Jendra today is going to share something close to my heart, the importance of the basics of IT service management. In a world where waves of new and more exciting technologies seem to be accelerating and gaining greater share focus and greater budget, businesses are often pressured to adopt for the hopes of quick fixes. And Jendra is going to help us take a step back and explore how to establish a solid foundation that'll support these new technologies and support innovation. Jendra, welcome again.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Hello, everyone. It's lovely to be here for the second edition of the ITIL Tool Day, and I'm excited to share what we have today. So today, like Ashley said, right, we are going to be looking at the basics, right? Of course, there's new technology. There's a lot has happened over the last 2 years, right? So we had LLMs come and take over, and now we're in this transitionary phase where we are moving over to agentic AI and how that would work. And there are still a lot of things that are still haven't been finally set in stone. But I think the important thing at the end of the day is to see how this actually impacts our end users and all the different personas that are there in our service desks. So before I continue any further, yes, I'm Jendra John. Glad to be here again. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. And this is my session for today. So we have only about 25 minutes. So I'm going to quickly run over everything I have because as usual, we have a lot of content to share and a lot of interesting content as well. So we are going to understand how the basics are what is going to help you unlock the ITSM operational success that you are looking for. So I think it is safe to assume or safe to say that every single organization has a bunch of different personas. So you have your end users, your tech agents or your technicians, and your process owners. And the important thing for any service desk is, irrespective of the technology we use, is how do we impact the lives of these three different personas. Each of them have their own objectives. End users want their issues resolved as soon as possible, and they want a good user experience. Agents, they are the ones working on these tickets, and they want better quality of life improvements, better operational automations, and so on, that makes it easier for them to work on their tickets. And also, we're going to see how, using the latest technology and automations, we are able to offload the annoying work, the robotic work from our agents and give it back to the robots so that they are working on more critical and crucial tasks. And finally, we have the process owners that pretty much own this entire process, and they are the ones who design and make sure that it's working well. So we are going to see how, by setting up a proper workflows and by leveraging the out-of-box, ready-to-use modules, ITIL-based modules in Service Desk Plus, we're making it easier for organizations to stop thinking about the basics because the basics is already set up and given to them by Service Desk Plus. So now, before we go into the actual session, a quick introduction of who ManageEngine is and who Zoho Corporation is. Zoho Corporation is ManageEngine's parent company, and under Zoho Corporation, there are multiple different entities, of which ManageEngine is one. ManageEngine is the enterprise IT division of Zoho Corporation. It's completely bootstrapped private and is a profitable company over the last 20 years in the industry. We have more than 60 plus IT management solutions and 6,000 employees, and we serve over 190 countries with 280,000 organizations around the world using our products. We also do have offices around the world. So this is just a map on the different offices that we have available. And we pride ourselves with our network of both our own offices and a strong network of partners that we have around the world, making sure that the support that you need is available to you locally. Additionally, we also have multiple data centers around the world. So we have data centers across the US, Australia, India, UK, China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia, and more. And we have multiple more data centers that are in the works that will be coming out soon as well. So, like I was telling you earlier, ManageEngine has 60 plus IT management solutions that are available. And we cover everything from unified service management to unified endpoint management, security, identity and access management, ITOM analytics, and low code app development as well. So basically, the idea is that we are a one-stop shop for all things IT in your organization. And we'd have everything covered so that you have all of it under one roof so that you can take your business IT infrastructure and manage it well so that you can meet your business objectives. Service Desk Plus is the solution that we are going to be talking about today. So Service Desk Plus is the flagship IT service management solution from ManageEngine, and it is available both in the cloud and on premises. So we give you the flexibility and the option to deploy the way that you need in your business based on your unique requirements. We also don't rely on third-party data centers. All of our cloud solutions are run on our own data centers around the globe, but we do provide AWS and Azure hosting as well. And Service Desk Plus is available in 37 different languages at this moment. And we also have it available across different platforms, and we have our mobile apps as well. So basically, however you want to run Service Desk Plus, we give you the freedom and flexibility to do it that way. So now coming to the crux of our session today. So we are going to be looking at how Service Desk Plus is making life easier for actual customers, basically your peers, right? You don't have to take our word for it, but you can take the word of our customers who have been using Service Desk Plus over all of these years. So we have a bunch of different customers over here, and we are going to look at how Service Desk Plus is able to give them value, and then we will go and see how Service Desk Plus is helping you master the basics with powerful workflows and powerful features and capabilities, all available out of the box, along with last mile customizations that are designed to help you thrive as a business. So first of all, we have Enesys, which is a power and utility company, and that is specializing in stored energy and technology. And they say that resolution times for them has been reduced from over 2 days to down to 5 to 6 hours, and they are achieving a 98.9% SLA compliance rate. So basically, they are able to completely transform how resolutions, how tickets are being handled in their organization. And we're going to see some of the different capabilities and features available in Service Desk Plus that enables this. Next up is Lenskart. Lenskart is a retail eyewear retail giant in India, and they have achieved a remarkable 98.8% query resolution rate, which was up from about 75% before they implemented Service Desk Plus. Then we have STC Kuwait, which is a telecommunications organization based out of Kuwait, which has achieved 400% decrease in customer response time using Service Desk Plus. Then we have XMA, which is a UK-based IT solutions provider that specializes in technology products and infrastructure management for multiple organizations. And they say that they have hit a 93% five-star customer satisfaction score with Service Desk Plus, along with a couple of other metrics as well, which we will look at a little bit in detail. Then we have Renai, which is a heating, cooling, and water systems brand based out of Australia that has reduced their service ticket volume by 25%. And enhancing service management with various automations and a more powerful self-service portal and shift left capabilities that is enabling them to reduce this ticket volume. Then we have the eStore Logistics that is able to use Service Desk Plus inbuilt IT asset management capabilities to prevent an asset loss of more than $120,000 over the couple of years that they are using Service Desk Plus. So these are just some of the stories that are there based on what our customers are saying. And now we'll just go a little bit into detail into some of these and additional customer stories as well. and hear it directly from them. So these are all based off of our customer stories, where our customers give us a testimonial and tell us how Service Desk Plus is able to make a difference in their organization. So this is basically straight out of our customers' mouths on how Service Desk Plus is helping them. So from XMA, we see that they have really cool metrics over here, which says that 96% of all tickets are closed or resolved on first contact, and 94% of tickets are closed or resolved within SLA, helping them stay compliant. And not only compliant, it also means that they are able to keep their promises to their end users and ensure that all their queries, whether it's their incidents or service requests, are being closed within the SLAs that they have defined. And the best part of all of this is a 93% five-star customer satisfaction score, which shows that their end users are actually being happy. And with these metrics, XMA can also be sure that whatever work they are doing, whatever optimizations, whatever enhancements that they are bringing about with Service Desk Plus is actually being useful. And this is what Lawrence Lai, the head of IT and service operations, had to say about Service Desk Plus. Now moving on to Lenskart. So we have their IT manager who says that they were at only 75% of resolving end user queries. But after implementing Service Desk Plus, it jumped up all the way to 98.8%, which means that all the different capabilities when it comes to how their incident and service request workflows are working, which is what is resulting in their tickets being closed at about 98.8%. And they also say that Service Desk Plus additionally is very user-friendly and easy to learn, which makes it easy for them as a business to train their service desk technicians and ensure that work is seamless and smooth. Next up, we have Denova, which is a healthcare organization based in the US. And for them, they say that it's the ease of configuration that Service Desk Plus is able to bring them. So this is basically feedback on how Service Desk Plus is easier to use and the automations are helping them out. Also, these are just small excerpts that I'm taking out of these customer stories. Later on, I will give you and share the link in which you can go and read for yourself the customer stories that we have available and all the other different ones as well. So this is what Denova has to say. And we have Digicel. So Digicel is home entertainment providing giant in the US and based out of the North Americas and South Americas. And they say that the automations features in Service Desk Plus has really made it easier for them, and they are able to create last mile customizations and GUI based automations that is making the experience easy for their end users and for their agents. And they also say that they are able to significantly reduce manual reporting efforts because of the various dashboards that are available in Service Desk Plus, which makes it easier for them to get all the information that they need at a glance. So this is a feature that can really help business owners because they can just look at dashboards and get an idea on how the service desk is performing and what the status of their business's IT infrastructure is at any given moment. And then we have West Yorkshire Combined Authority, which is a government agency that aims to bring all local authorities together to ensure that they're making life easier for the people living in their jurisdictions. And they say that the employee experience has been a lot better now, which makes it easier for them to track all of their requests. And they also say that with a good self-service portal and the self-service capabilities available, end users are now not calling up the service desk directly to ask them for questions or queries, and they are rather using Service Desk Plus, which makes it a lot easier for everyone involved in the entire service delivery process. And these are just some of the different other customers that are currently using Service Desk Plus. So we have really big names, everything from automobile industry to IT, telecommunications to manufacturing, healthcare, education, and so on. So pretty much we have customers across every single industry, and you can go and read all of our customer stories by scanning the QR code that's on your screen, or you can go to mnge.it/customer-stories for more information on all our customer stories. So this is the first part of our session where we are looking at how we can quantify the work that we do, quantify the features and capabilities that we have with what customers are saying. So now that we have saw that part of it, and now that we have proof that Service Desk Plus is actually able to make a difference in your organization, the next thing that we are going to do is see how Service Desk Plus helps master these fundamentals. So we are going to break it down into interesting and unique workflows that we have that cover some of the major ITIL practices. So we are going to be looking at incident management, service request management, problem management, change management, IT asset management, and also how you can ensure we are using continuous improvement to ensure that we are delivering value for all the parties involved in this entire process. So right now on my screen, you can see a workflow that we have created, an ideal workflow for how you can accelerate your incident responses. So it starts off with the incident detection, and in Service Desk Plus, we have integrations with various monitoring tools that can make your service, your IT, your incident management proactive. Additionally, with AI, we can also have, so I will also tell you how AI is being fit into this entire workflow so that it's not just a buzzword, it's not just a checklist requirement in your organization, but it is something that is giving actual value for the people involved in this entire process. So the first stage is incident detection, then we move on to incident logging, where we have multiple modes of raising our tickets, whether it's from the self-service portals, through emails, through Microsoft Teams, Slack, or any other collaboration application that you use in your organization. And after the ticket is being logged, we are going to triage. And here, AI is going to come to predict what the category, subcategory, priority, what the right template has to be. So AI makes sure that the data that you are entering into Service Desk Plus is clean. And additionally, this clean data is going to train your AI to make it better for the future. And we have business rules where automatically based on ticket titles or subject lines, we are performing condition-based actions. Then we have the assignment of the ticket and notification to all stakeholders, where we have notification rules, which automatically sends out notifications based on certain events. We have AI-driven technician prediction as well, based on historical data. It can predict who can be the best candidate for this ticket to resolve it. Then we move on to incident response and collaboration. Here again, we have our collaboration integrations in various collaboration tools, which make the operations of your incident management a little bit better and easier. We have various workflows that you can set up so that you can establish standard operating procedures. Then we have the incident troubleshooting stage, where we have it's the CMDB, which can give you a bird's eye view of your IT infrastructure, helping you map out your risk and impact. And also IT asset management, which associates the IT assets that are being affected, giving you a better picture of what all are at risk within your organization. Then we have the incident communication, where you can send out announcements across your application, informing agents, your end users, and your business owners. Then we move on to so here we also have Zia's generative AI capabilities, where you can use prompts to create content that you want to add for resolutions. You can create post-incident reviews, and so on. Next up is the incident resolution, where you can link and merge your multiple tickets based on the impact, and closure rules, which ensure that certain actions or certain fields need to be filled before the incident can be closed. And we also have the root cause analysis and the permanent fix, where you can use problem management practice to identify root causes and then use change to go and make changes to your IT infrastructure to make your business more resilient. So this is for incident management. Next, we look at service request management. Over here, we have two different workflows on both sides, right? So the first one is a more shift left approach where we have AI Zia, which is our own proprietary AI and running on our own proprietary LLM model as well. And additionally, we have give you the ability to choose the LLM model that you would require. So here our end users can or our agents can go and use one unified portal to raise a multiple different requests that they have. And based on how you set up your automations and with the power of AI, the conversational virtual agent, which is Zia, can automatically create tickets for end users and also run certain automations like running PowerShell scripts or SSH tasks, create AD management tasks as well. So you can do all of that without requiring an agent to go and manually perform it for you. Or we also have the more traditional way of doing service request management, where you can use templates, customizable templates, and forms to collect the information that you want. And then we have multiple levels of approvals that can be configured within the ticket and within the workflow builder, which is a graphical workflow builder on a drag and drop canvas without any coding required. And then we have technician assignment and delegation, similar to what we saw for incident management. You can use AI to power the assignment of your tickets. Then the service delivery orchestration is where we bring in all our orchestration, the orchestration platform with Zoho circuits, which can run a variety of different actions for you, pretty much uh, automating your entire service delivery process end to end. Then we have the stakeholder communications with automated notifications, notification rules, and service improvement, where we use sentiment analysis powered by Zia to identify if our end users are actually happy or not based on how they are responding to the ticket with their emails or their communication. So this is how you can make your service request management process better and master the fundamentals for it. And these are all the different capabilities and features available within Service Desk Plus that powers this. Next up, let's look at how problem management works. So problem management and incident management and change management are very well interconnected. You can associate them with each other to give you a better picture of how everything works. So we have intelligent clustering of similar incidents. So basically Zia, which is our AI, can identify similar tickets and alert you that there could be a potential problem, making it a little bit more proactive. And once the problem is logged, we have different categories like impact analysis, see what the symptoms are, and we have out of the box and custom fields that are available for this to power your problem management process. Next up, we have different RCA techniques that you can employ as well, and you can set up your own custom problem life cycles and workflows to establish how problems need to be handled within your organizations. You can use task management to assign different tasks to different technicians within one problem ticket. Then, of course, we have the communication stage, which is always really important, and the approval stage, where you can set up criteria-based approvals within your problem workflows itself. And finally, once we identify the root cause, we move on to the stage of fixing it, which change management comes into play. So here we have a change management workflow that we have created. So it again starts with the request for a change. We have customizable change templates with multiple different stages, and you can choose exactly the information that you want to collect based on here. Next up, we have the stakeholder collaboration. We have multiple different change roles that can be assigned within each change ticket, giving each change role different privileges within this particular change ticket. And under the planning stage, we have various fields for rollout plans, backout plans, checklist, and using workflows, we can choose what stages you want for each change type that you have available. And again, Zia here can help you create the text that you want just by adding prompts to it. Next, we go to the risk and impact assessment, where we can use intelligent change risk predictions powered by Zia to identify based on historical data and the data within your change ticket what the risk for this particular change could be. We have multiple different change advisory boards that you can set up for different types of changes. And then we move on to the implementation stage, where we have, again, tasks that can be assigned to different technicians, and you can also set up dependencies so that they are done in a particular order. Next, we have release management for user testing and the release of the change that you are working on. And finally, we have the closure and review. So here again, we have change workflows that the workflow that you set up at the beginning based on what stages you want to use. We also have problem management that can help out. Okay, looks like I am nearing the end of my session. So let me just quickly run over the last two slides that I have. So next up here, I have IT asset management, which helps you map out your entire IT infrastructure and not just your hardware assets, but also your software assets. And this helps you stay compliant as well. And finally, we have the continuous service improvement, where we have various metrics that can be measured, dashboards that can be set up to ensure, and surveys that can be set up to ensure that you are staying compliant and your service desk is working the way that you intend it to work. So I'll just so you can take a look at what we have on screen right now, and under each of the stages, we have how we can map this with either a feature or a capability that is available out of the box within Service Desk Plus. So that pretty much brings me to the end of the session. You can contact us at any one of the email addresses that are on your screen right now. Thank you all so much for attending this session. And with that, Ashley, I hand it back over to you.
Jendra, very good.
Yeah.
As always, and again, I really love the fact that you've brought it down to the foundational basics, the core basics, which I think, interestingly, we had a session earlier on where we had a customer presenting with the vendor, and they'd migrated from ServiceNow, and we talked about the processes. Did they have the processes when they use ServiceNow, or did they have to recreate them themselves? And they had to go through the exercise of defining and creating those processes. And so for me, you had all these process flows on each there, but the question that I got come in was, how customizable is the tool when it comes to the specific processes that an organization, in my view, should do and have the automation executed by the tool? How easy is it for Service Desk to work with customized processes?
Okay, so the workflows that we showed currently in this presentation, right? So these are workflows that are based on best practices, ITIL best practices, basically. So these are not rigid workflows that are there in the product. So these are just what we would recommend for you on how you can work on these ITIL modules. But this is completely customizable, so it does not have to be this way. So we have both GUI-based customizations and last-mile customizations that are available. So you can pretty much go change how the forms look like, how the automations look like. We have workflows that you can build on a drag and drop canvas. And this is what defines how the workflow would look like in your organization. And it doesn't necessarily have to look like what we showed in the presentation. This is more based on the best practices that we would recommend. And based on these best practices, we are trying to map out the features and capabilities that are available for you in Service Desk Plus. The cool part about Service Desk Plus is pretty much everything is customizable. So the way you want it set up for your organization, that is how Service Desk Plus will look. And Service Desk Plus is not going to look the same way for two different organizations, if that is what the question wanted to find out. Right?
Yeah, perfect. Earlier on in the presentation, you mentioned that there are multiple LLMs to choose from.
Yes.
Yes. I just wanted to know, would that include AI orientation to specific regulations and compliances in different geographies in designing the responses or designing the processes that you require?
Yes, it does do that to a certain extent, but here more in the sense when I spoke about LLM models, it's based on the provider for your LLM, right? So we have a proprietary LLM that is available from Zoho. So
Mm,
this is hosted on Zoho's own data centers. So ManageEngine uses Zoho's own data centers, which is our parent company. So this way, we ensure that any data that is being used by the Zia LLM, right, that is going to be self-contained within Zoho's own data centers, and it is not being sent over to any other third-party LLMs. So we do also offer integrations with OpenAI and Azure as well. And the cool part is for each individual AI feature that you are going to use in Services Plus, you can choose the LLM provider that you want based on each individual feature. So you don't need to stick to one LLM provider based on the integrations that you have available. And if you want to use Zia's own LLM, you can choose the one that you want for each individual feature.